Welcome back to the Ram podcast. It's been a while since we've seen all of you, and we've had a nice break, haven't we, Mark?
We have indeed. Time for holidays.
And what a better chance to come back than talk about the biggest event of the summer, the largest Summerslam that has ever happened, with an attendance of 4.5 million people, according to Stephanie McMahon.
In the crowd.
I made a special note of that. Questionable attendance numbers. 113 plus thousand people attended 2 nights of SummerSlam. Now, I got a C in math, but the arena only fits 60 plus thousand people. So that's not 113,000 people. That's 63,000, give or take, twice.
Didn't they say the first night was 55,000 or something on the first night?
Who cares? 500 million people attended SummerSlam this year.
That is good. Maybe what she's doing, Rich, is because the price of the tickets are so high. They're accounted for how many people would be at a regular rate.
Yeah,
and multiplied it by how many people are there, which has made this number.
Yeah, I was like, that's how many tickets were sold. But I'm guessing most of those people who traveled to the event bought a weekend ticket. Some bought the SmackDown, SummerSlam and Raw ticket, the people who've got bank. And there were those same people in ringside as well. The guy with the green t-shirt with the smiley face on it. And now another guy who was wearing the same t-shirt but yellow. An infamous trend has begun at ringside amongst the people who have got more money than sense. But I'm also really happy they're there. I wonder how long they'll be there for.
Considering a front row tickets, it's not cheap. It's
no.
I've heard 30,000, 40,000.
Yes.
And then you stick Macaulay Culkin in there as well.
Oh yeah. Kieran Culkin was on one of the events, wasn't he? But he didn't even get any camera time. Not Macaulay Culkin is like, Kieran just won a BAFTA for his TV show Succession. But it's okay. Macaulay Culkin was in Home Alone, which was 30 plus years ago. Merry Christmas. Which I thought was quite funny. Anyway, on with the wrestling. Okay, so we're obviously going to go through all of the matches across night 1, night 2. But before we do any of that, I would like to get an idea of what you thought of SummerSlam as a whole. Mark, did you enjoy SummerSlam 2025?
I'd say yes, I definitely did. Overall, there were some moments I was asleep in.
Yeah.
And there's some moments I was very, very awake on the edge of my seat. So I gave it an 8 overall. Score-wise,
I would have to completely agree with you. Even with a good 24 hours sleeping on it and thinking about it, I haven't changed my mind. I'm like, I think 8 out of 10. They put on a really, really good show, considering that I was actually quite apprehensive before the event because of all the pay-per-views that we've had. I'm like, wow, after Saturday night's main event, you've literally got 2 nights of SummerSlam to promote in a couple of weeks' time. That's kind of like you've got WrestleMania 2 to promote in 2 weeks' time. And even though there was almost no build-up to most of the matches, I think they did a really good job. And mainly as well, most of the matches, they all had their own stories and identities going on. And that's what I liked. We'll get into more details about that, but most of them going on from there. Okay, I tell you what, let's start with the main event of SummerSlam, which is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE World Championship. Mark, what did you think of the match?
We had our thoughts before the match, didn't we, of the way it was going to go.
We did.
We weren't sure if there was a legitimate face turn or if there was a potential heel turn from Cody. But I was always thinking, that's not going to happen. He's the number one face, in the company. He's going to need something really big for him to turn heel. And we were just a bit like, why is this a face versus face street fight?
Certain things didn't add up with that one. I was like, oh, because like I said to you before in a text message, so this is not completely authentic. We've already had this conversation, but now it's being recorded. I'm going to repeat myself. There's a bit of genuine information for you. Openly not lying? Yeah, sure. I was like, two things I think are going to happen in this match because you now have a face versus face because John Cena's now woke up in the morning and decided he's going to be faced. Oh, well, I was wrong. I was like, okay, sure. Good heel run, John. I was like, Cody Rhodes is winning the belt and turning heel, which I liked at first, but when I thought about it, and I was like, well, that means he can't do his vodka selling podcast anymore. What do you want to talk about? He can't do that as a heel, so it's not going to work. And plus, he's too much of a babyface. I was like, no. There needs to be a reason for him to do that, and there hasn't been any reason to do it. So there was that. Or the second thing, which I wish I sent you that message. Brock Lesnar is coming back.
Yeah,
and he did. And I wish I recorded my reaction because I just went on. Like this is when it happened.
I loved some of the reactions where like people were like falling asleep and then.
I mean, man, yeah. I mean,
it's that like Brock Lesnar. The start of his music is just epic. That noise,
yeah,
it's just like holy shit. Yeah,
that kind of like it's almost the shattering glass of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not quite, but it is just as iconic. Like you know immediately who that is coming through.
Anyway, Cody Rhodes could have a heel podcast. But we're only allowed to slag everyone off. We can't.
What I really want to talk about. Yeah.
But the match.
So, what did you think of the match, Mark?
Was it close to 45 minutes or something like that? The match.
It was long. Yes.
It was a long match, but we saw some moves in it, and we saw moves that I never thought John Cena would be doing. Or able to do at his age. There was like, was there a Mexican destroyer or something? They weren't a Mexican destroyer.
Oh yeah, he did a sunset flip on the outside. I liked his little jump. They pulled out everything. It is now official. They both have probably the most useless finishers on the card. I didn't count. But I was like, they've both done their finishers at least 5 times. Sometimes for a table, sometimes off the rope, sometimes just on the ramp, and still did not work. And I was like, what? I wasn't sure if I was on the edge of my seat, or I was just like, when is this going to end? But overall, I did enjoy the match. I was like, this felt like a WWE Championship match. And I was like, they have literally gone all out with this. I really don't know what there is left to do, to be honest. Your thoughts?
Their stamina bars must have been really good, in the WWE games. It's like you hit a finisher straight away in the game.
Yeah. And
then, obviously, you've still got a lot of health to it. So maybe they're going off the WWE games theory. You have to hit about 20 finishes.
Yeah, we're talking like levels of like already ordered a new controller added to basket kind of scenario for hammering those stammering bars. Yeah. But yeah, it was a long match. I remember checking on Netflix, and it was like, okay, now it's the main event, and we've got like an hour left. After the entrances, I was like, we still have 50 minutes of this. So the match was at least 40 minutes long.
And the Brock Lesnar thing was only a couple of minutes, like of him. Walking down to the ring.
All right. What do you think about Brock Lesnar coming back?
I think he's back because he's allowed to be back now, isn't he?
Yeah,
So, like, what's going to sell some tickets? John Cena versus Brock Lesnar is going to make, and you said it before, money.
Oh,
that's a match that people are going to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, Cena versus Lesnar.
One final time.
Oh, of course. Yeah, this is obviously Cena's retirement year. He's now dropped the belt. I think it's fair to say that he won't be having any kind of gold anytime soon. So I guess this might be now just some kind of what do you want to do? Like, this is the last time you're doing it. And apparently, what's been said is that they brought Brock back because John Cena said, I'd like to have Brock as one of my last matches. So they went, all right. And the reality is, even though they've got all of that thing, those court things going on the outside, which I'm not 100% sure on, like, what's going on there. Like, I know what the allegations are, but I don't know. They're saying, oh, he's cleared. I don't know what that means, but I'm not really going to get into all of that side. I'm just going to talk about the fact that Brock Lesnar has come back. How do I feel about it? I like the man in the company. He is the force to reckon with. What do you do with him from now? I don't know. Is he just back to wrestle John Cena? Probably. Do you put him into a storyline? I've got no idea, to be honest. But Cena versus Lesnar, yeah, sure. Clash in Paris. Why not? Or maybe Survivor Series. Maybe they'll edge this one out for a while. I don't know.
I think his last match is going to be against someone like Gunther or Drew McIntyre or someone like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's going to be against Brock. I just think that's sandwiched somewhere in the middle. Back to SummerSlam though.
Back to SummerSlam. Yeah, I understand what you mean though. So Cody Rhodes wins the championship. Right decision?
Maybe.
Only decision?
I like that he's now a two-time champion, but yeah. I just who is he going to fight? Everyone's a face.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, you've got Brock back now, who is clearly immediately going into the championship scene. If he's sticking around, I don't know. We'll just see what's going on. There was no mention of him on Raw, but that's the good thing about Brock Lesnar. You bring him out every now and then, so I don't think he's going to be part of any major storylines. I guess we'll find out on SmackDown if anything's going to happen with that. But yeah, Cody's got the belt back. I didn't really have much else to say, if I'm completely honest, on the match. I thought the match was great. I really enjoyed it. John Cena and Cody Rhodes gave it literally absolutely everything, where they exhausted all of their movesets out in different locations. And I was like, yeah, sure. This was a fun, long time. So, so that's I thought it was great. I thought it was a good match. That's all I've really got to say on that.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Completely. It left on a high.
Yeah. It did. It
left me feeling good and feeling like there could be potential with it. Just don't know what.
Yeah.
What were you going to say about his heel run? That sounded
just saying his heel run wasn't anything particularly amazing. It was more like a kind of like a taste of like, oh, this is what the Cena run could have looked like. And I think with the right development, Cena could have made a really good heel. I just kind of felt that there wasn't really any real major plan. They thought, we're going to turn him heel, he's going to win the belt, he's going to go out there, he's going to slag off some kids, which he did expertly, by the way. I thought letting Cena, because Cena's always been good on the microphone, he's always been good at it. But as a whole heel run, I was like, there wasn't really anything. Like, I kind of didn't really want him to get dethroned. Like, I didn't hate the guy. If anything, I was just kind of enjoying it, if that makes any sense. So, And if you're a heel, you gotta want to hate him. Otherwise, I don't know. Well, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all I've got on that one. He's back as John Cena. He wants to go out on a high. I get it. 25 years in the company, of course. Do whatever you want, mate. So, going back through the event, starting at the beginning of Saturday on match 1, which was Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. Sorry, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, which I thought was a really good match to kickstart the event. I did not expect this was going to be the first one.
And talking about time-wise, we've gone from a super long match to a super long intro with Jey Uso coming out. I looked at the clock like at the end of their match, and it was like 10 to 12.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch it live. I tried to stay up, but I could just feel like my eyes closing, and I'm like, oh, what am I kidding? I'm just gonna wake up early in the morning and just watch it at my leisure. I would have lost 6 hours time That's all I have to do is not check Instagram and YouTube, which was a bold choice, by the way. But because actually,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
moment I went on YouTube after watching night one, there it was, clear as day. I was like, okay, which we'll get to later on. Everybody knows what we're talking about. Anyway, I've been writing little notes as I usually like to do. I thought it was a really good match, and I wrote down Roman's literal suicide dive. So because
Fantastic,
he
right?
literally
And
nearly
the flip,
cleared
didn't
both
he?
of them.
Yeah. I thought, is he gonna land properly? Like it was up like in vertical,
Yeah,
and then he sort of just went.
yeah.
How has he managed that and been okay?
I know the thing is because like his whole persona is just like he sort of like walks around like a panther, doesn't he? He kind of sort of like I wouldn't say prancing, but he kind of sort of sleuths his way around the ring. You actually forget the
That's a
guy can
brilliant way
really
to
move.
describe Roman Reigns. He's a
He is though. He is,
He
isn't
is
he? He's very
like a
slow. He's
panther.
very methodical. Like he takes his time between his slaps and all that. You
Yeah,
just forget that he is. He really can move when he
he
wants
could
to.
be in a Thundercats.
Yeah, Panthera.
Yeah,
Is that a Thundercat? I think if you just put some kind of cat noun with thra on the end, you have a Thundercat. It's like,
no one knows what we're talking about right now.
we are the demographic. Look at us. So yeah.
Yes,
Um,
I think that you might have this on your notes, Rich, but it's got to be mentioned. The mid-match yeeting,
I thought it was great.
brilliant.
No, I do not have that on my notes. I thought it was great. Yeah, mid-match meeting.
And
I
then
was
Roman was
like,
I just hope that they
it
continue
works.
on that, and it just keeps building for ages. Him doing these like encores, and then he goes to do it, and then something happens which costs him the match because of going through an encore.
Yeah, it's now a kind of sort of I guess could be a thing of like, because
Yeah.
at first I thought, are they really going to do a second one of just the intro? Because it is official that Jey Uso is going to open up every single pay-per-view that he's actually been booked for.
Never know.
Simply because of his music. To a point, not to take it away from the guy, but I was like, I think it'd be really good if they started his music and just grabbed a fan from the crowd that had a balloon with Jey Uso's face on it, just for him to walk through the crowd doing the same things as Jey Uso and see if the audience reacts any different. Because it is his music. His music is class. It is class and it gets the whole stadium going. So I'm like, yeah, book him. But yeah, what did you think of the match? Did you like it? Enjoy it? Thought it was meh?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I feel like so far we haven't been very well, not exactly positive about Jey Uso, but we have been sort of middle ground about him and his performances so far.
Yeah,
I thought he did great. I thought he was brilliant in it, and the leap, which I'll let you talk about because I know that you enjoyed that, was fantastic.
Wait, what leap was that?
The tag miss.
Oh man! Oh my! Wow, that is. I mean, if you were going to write down a very obscure list of top 10 miss tags in the life of all time, that is up there. The timing, I was like, that's like a ballet. It's like, because that was amazingly well timed.
They don't do a lot of like creative mistags in the world of wrestling, do they? That had to be one of the most creative ideas with Bronson pulling Roman off, and then
just at the same time that Jay goes to reach, and then Brock pulls him back.
It was so good.
Golf clap. And I was just like, that was very good. Yes.
And then the timing on the finish as well was good.
Oh yeah, I got to give it. I think Jey Uso getting the pen was a good move. I was like, Jay could do with this more than Roman. You don't want Jay to fall under the shadow of Roman, because technically they are kind of on the same level now. They've both had world championships. I know Jey Uso's the world heavyweight championship, which is always going to be in the shadow of the WWE championship in my book. But yeah, I thought it was it was good to have him do it. And I was all, as I said to you as well, I was like, would it be wrong to put the tag team championships on Roman and Jey Uso? Because they could seriously like
Elevate.
level up those belts if they had that. Like they would be like a super tag. You've got two ex-world champions. Because the tag team championships at the moment, considering that I'll be honest with you, I forgot there were two sets of them. There's the Raw and the SmackDown ones. So when we were watching the TLC one, which happened on the following day, I was like, "Oh, those tag belts!" Like part of me forgot about them.
Have I missed them? Do the Judgment Day still have the Raw ones?
No,
No. Who has them now?
not. Wait.
They beat the New Day, didn't they?
They beat the New Day
in an absolutely banging match on Raw.
Yeah, that actually match was great. It was really good. But I think that kind of says a lot. The fact that me and you are speculating, like, wait, who has the tag team championships? I think that kind of speaks volumes at the moment. I know there's been an awful lot of wrestling, so it is easy to go, wait, what happened? Like, because we both have watched about 8.5 to 9 hours of wrestling, not including SmackDown and Raw, if you did that. But yeah, so yeah, now I remember that New Day tag team match on Raw. I remember messaging going, "Oh, what is going on?" Like they had this match, and then there was a match between Sheamus and Rusev that meant nothing. But I was like, "This was class." But yeah, great show, great first match. Got the ball rolling, and I thought that was it. I did write it down. I wrote down that miss tag, baby. I can't read my handwriting.
Miss tag, baby.
So yeah, that was good. Moving on to the Women's Tag Team Championship of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. This was surprisingly wicked.
Yeah.
In my opinion. One of my favorite things about this match is the dynamic that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss have got going on. The whole kind of, oh, we're friends, we're not friends, we're business partners, okay?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're not going to mix together. That they really played that storyline, and this is what I meant by saying most of the matches had their own identity, they had their own stories going on. So it felt like a pay-per-view match rather than being like, well, we'll just put you two together and you can fight them and you'll close off Monday Night Raw because 2 hours ago I had no ideas. so that's what I thought. But this was surprisingly a really, really good match. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
You know I'm a massive Alexa Bliss fan.
Yeah.
And since she's come back, it's been a bit deflating.
Yeah.
For her. And Charlotte's been on a bit of a losing spree as well. But I've not been a huge fan of her. But this has made me kind of like her in a way. Like you said, the dynamic is good, and I love the whole patting her on the head, like
yeah, the condescending nature, like who's and she's like, you know, so it and
I actually did a little jump when they won.
Yeah.
So, yes, get in.
Oh, definitely. I was enjoying the match at first when the match was announced. I was like, okay, cool. But as it progressed, I was like, hang on, this is really good. As I couldn't think of it, I'm actually getting really into this. If you had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair as women's tag champions, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso as men's tag champions, that could really bring those belts up. Like for whoever takes those belts off those two would be a certified bona fide tag team, because the tag team division is absolutely stacked at the moment. And well, I guess we'll get onto that a bit later, but that was just a thought. I know a lot of people would think, you want to put Roman Reigns in tag team championships? I'm like, I don't know, man. Apart from that, what else is Roman going to do? And this could be really good. This could be a really interesting thing, because I think they tried the solo thing with Jey Uso. It's worked where it's elevated him to a higher status. He's not just the other Uso anymore. I don't know. I think that might be quite a good idea, but we'll just see what's going on. But overall, really glad they won. Really entertaining match. Anything else?
Now you've got the dynamic of Liv Morgan comes back in, and you've lost my championship.
Well,
Who was pinned? Was it Roxanne that was pinned?
who was pinned? I think it was.
Or
Yeah,
did they
it was
do like a
Roxanne who got
double?
pinned. She, if I remember correctly, what it was is that like Charlotte was pulling Raquel back into the ring, and that's what caused Alexa Bliss to do the Sister Abigail because she went for it earlier and it didn't work, sort of teasing it. And then she basically hooks Roxanne Perez in it and pinned her. So that will be interesting as well when Liv Morgan comes back. Obviously, Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez is going to be a thing. I think it'd be nice if there's a little belt on the line. I don't know. We'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was great.
We're
Really,
just fighting for custody of Dominic.
yeah. Dominic, he's such a great heel. He's such a great heel. He's got his own thing going on. It couldn't be any further away from his dad's legacy that I'm like, wicked. Because you had big boots to fill, mate. And he knew it, and he's doing a great job. So following this match, there was a kind of awkwardly long Papa John's advert, where I think the camera like was going on a bit too long on that. They're like, oh yeah, Papa John. Oh, have you got cheese? Yeah, I've got pepperoni. Yeah. Are we? Yeah. It's like, but I thought, oh well, America and its shameless marketing. So then we moved on to this one, which was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, which even though it did kind of have its own story to it, I just thought this was okay.
The whole theme of the story was them wanting Sami Zayn to use this pipe.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. Although the way he was holding it kind of looked a little bit suggestive. And I was like, he's holding it right like this. And I was like, oh, nice, the pipe. And I was like, he could have just done that. But no. No, I was just having a little chuckle to
This is the way I hold my pipe.
Oh, I don't know what to do. So many thoughts. But yeah, this match was fine. If anything, it was to me kind of sort of demonstrated that I'm glad that Karrion Kross has now been put on a pay-per-view because he has been literally part of the company for a while. He hasn't been used or utilized. He's actually won fans over and people like him, but his future is looking very bleak at the moment. So hopefully we see a bit more of Karrion Kross because I do think he has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But overall the match was like fine. Yeah, sure. It was, to me, it was
sandwich
all right. Yeah, it kind of technically was a piss break match, but I was like, it's only the third match in, but sure.
I think it's a waste for Sami Zayn as well.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to be that guy that wins the Rumble, I'm not too sure now.
I think I've done this. My money has been on Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble for like the past 6 years because I love the guy, and I think you want to have someone to win the Rumble who's an underdog who deserves that next level thing, and plus the crowd will pop like crazy. Sami Zayn's the perfect guy for that. Now, with this and Karrion Kross bearing that in mind, he obviously has to win this match because they've already planted the seed that he's going to be a champion, because he's saying one day I will be world heavyweight champion. And he said that a few times, and that's obviously part of the story arc. So I think they do plan to put a belt on him at some point. And also forgetting a very key piece of information here, the Royal Rumble 2026 is in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now he's wearing the flag's colours on his, because he is half Arabic. I mean, he's fluent in the language, of course he is.
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking like, oh, what is there to talk about? Yeah. I guess the question would be, who would it be against? Who would be Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins still going to be champion by then? I don't know. Could be a good underdog match. Could be interesting. But either way, I haven't got anything else on this match. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. Well done, guys. You got paid. You did SummerSlam. All good.
at this point, I was starting to flag, like,
Yeah, yeah.
in this match, and I've had to go back. I had to go back and rewatch this match just so I knew what was going on.
Yep, just didn't miss much.
Have two matches, and then Sammy's one of my favorites as well, but
yeah,
I'm not invested. I think who was next, Tiffy?
Next up was Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the Women's WWE Championship, which I honestly thought was the most, wouldn't say the most, but up there with surprising result of the night.
Did you think that?
I honestly thought they were going to put it on Jade. Yeah. But I'm not upset that Tiffany has kept it. Tiffany has now got quite the catalogue of wrestlers she's beaten. She's beaten Jade Cargill. She's beaten Charlotte Flair. She's beaten Nia Jax a couple of times. So I'm like, all right. I'm guessing maybe the creative team maybe thought Jade Cargill looks like she should have the belt. I mean, look at her. She's the total package, but in ring ability,
she's not ready.
Not quite sure.
My main point of this match.
Yeah,
and the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah,
it's clear that she's not in that position yet, and this might have been a little testing ground.
Yeah,
for it. Yeah. If the Queen of the Ring went, wow, let's put the belt on her, maybe.
Yeah.
Match did not go well. They can't not give her the title shot. Unless they come up with some storyline quickly to take it off that. But
yeah. I wasn't upset by this. I thought the match was fine. I thought, it was okay. I think maybe keep the belt on Tiffany a bit longer. Sure, why not? For some reason, I thought this was going to put the belt on Jade Cargill, but then I thought, well, hang on, actually, no, because then that opens up a better storyline for Jade later down the road, and Jade does need a bit more time in the ring. She's not.
I thought it could be Naomi versus Jade at Crown Jewel when they do the double championship.
Could be Crown Jewel Perth.
That's what I thought it could have been.
Yeah.
But Naomi's obviously doing a bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
Jade.
So yeah, Tiffany Stratton won. That was good. I liked it. At this point, I was like, I'm just enjoying the event. The event is good. I think the standard is high. Each match has got a storyline. It's got an identity. They're doing well, to be quite honest. Then that brings us to our celebrity obligated match of Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. And I've only got one thing to say about this. That frog splash.
Yeah. Again, Logan Paul, impressing.
It's probably one of the most perfect frog splashes I've ever seen. I'm talking like on par. The only fact it's not on par with Rob Van Dam is that he hasn't done it as regularly as often as enough. But I was like, chef's kiss. And then I was just like, and fair play for Jelly Roll for taking it.
Yeah.
Go on, what are your thoughts?
Was the match. It was definitely. I like Orton, I like McIntyre.
Yeah.
And I like Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Not really very familiar with who a Jelly Roll is, other than seeing him in wrestling. So what does he do? He's a rapper?
Singer, country singer. Yes, he's a rapper, country singer, music artist. He's pretty big, man. To be quite honest, I don't know a single Jelly Roll song at all.
No, but he's pretty big. He's obviously in America.
Yeah, in America, definitely. He is. Yeah.
Have we been exposed? Well, obviously you're not in England at the minute, but
no,
worldwide exposed.
I don't know. I think he's more kind of sort of like he's kind of like a rapper, but I think he's more like country and western, which means outside of America, you've got to be into that to know who he is. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Maybe people who follow the pop charts know who Jelly Roll is. People probably know who he is and don't even know a single song by him. But yeah, he's obviously massively famous. And I think he did really well in this match. Like he really embraced the storylines
Yeah.
great.
And fair play, because he's wanted to do it for a while. Like I
Yeah.
was watching some bits about him, like saying on, like, when can I do this to Triple H?
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, you got to lose a certain amount of pounds to do it.
Yeah.
So he almost lost all that weight.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to do something, and they were like, "You still got a little bit more to go." And then,
yeah, but that's
it might have just been a rib from Triple H, like let's see if this guy actually just loses weight. We would have him at any point.
It's giving him a motivation, you know. That's the thing, you see. And I'm kind of going on a little bit of a side note here, but sometimes, you know, if you want to get in the gym and do something, you need that kind of kick, that kick in the backside to actually realize, like, how badly do you want to do this? Because they're saying, because maybe if you do this, we might think about giving you a match in wrestling. He's like, oh, well, I really do want to do this, so I will do this, kind of thing. Whereas if you haven't got that motivation, it's probably won't.
Too many tag team matches on the first night.
It's 2 nights of SummerSlam, Mark. You got to get them on the card somehow.
But it's because they had the TLC on the next night.
Oh, you like tag teams, Matt? You like a tag team?
Well, I do.
Tag team, do you like 3 tag team matches? How about the entire tag team division in one match? You like that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of matches there.
We'll get to it.
Also, pointless statistic of the night, because we are about to end very soon. There were 9 championship matches at SummerSlam this year. 6 of them were retained, 3 were changed.
Nice.
There you go. There's my pointless little stat that I guess we find interesting. So that takes us to our main event of night 1, CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm going to let you take this one first.
I loved it.
Yes.
I thought it was such a good match. Punk is one of my favourites. I love it. It's annoying that they've took the title away from Gunther, put it on Jey Uso, then have him win it back just to drop it 2 months later. But I think that Goldberg only wants to fight champions, and they weren't going to have him fight. So they put it back on him. But I do think that this match was meant to be at Mania, and then Punk realised it wasn't going to main event. I've heard that.
Yeah, you know what? I think that was the original plan. The original plan was going to be CM Punk. I think, was he meant to win the Rumble or something, or win the Chamber? But he got injured. I think it was the year before, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he was meant to fight Seth the year before.
Yeah,
and then I've heard that he was meant to fight Gunther this year.
Yes, you're right.
And he was like, well, that's not going to main event, so something else. We'll do the Gunther match later on.
Yeah, this was a fantastic match. It was really good. Like, you know, Gunther he's absolutely punishing Punk throughout this entire match, you know, really sort of working on that story of, like, Punk's older, he's only got a few matches left in him and stuff, the years aren't being kind to him, and him just slapping him around like a toy and stuff like that. I thought this is really great character work and good storytelling going on in this match, and obviously leading up to the bleeding.
For the first time.
Sorry?
For the first time.
Oh, absolutely.
I've never seen my own blood. What's happening?
Yeah, he was selling that so well. Like, my eyes, like,
yeah,
great. He sold it brilliantly, and then Punk obviously capitalized on it by doing 2. Maybe it was accidental that there was 2 GTS. That's the one. Yeah, Go to Sleep. That's the one. For some reason, I thought it was called Golden Cross. But I was like,
who's that finisher? Is that a finisher?
And he did one, and then Gunther doing the sell of, like, not quite, bro. Like, as in, like, do another one. Like that. So, But yeah, I thought this was a splendid match. This was absolutely wicked. It's quite a long match though, but it didn't feel long. I think this was
It
also
did
nearly
feel John
40
Cena
minutes.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it happened. Punk wins. He gets the belt. He's got tears in his eyes. Was it really for that belt, Punk? Is that the one you really wanted? Okay, sure, I'll buy it. Like, but then there you go. And then the swerve of the year. Was it a swerve, Mark? Did you see it coming?
No.
Oh,
I didn't see that person doing it. I was led because I've had this theory of Bron Breakker being the Money in the Bank for ages.
yeah,
I thought it was playing into that idea, like that he's going to cash in instead of Seth Rollins.
yeah,
That's what I thought was going to happen that night.
yeah.
Because of all the injury stuff. So I was fooled. Did
Yeah.
I enjoy it? Yes.
Yes.
I enjoyed what they did with it. Like the whole throwing the crutches down was brilliant.
It got leaked though.
Yeah.
It
When
got
was it leaked?
leaked, and I was like, "Is this a work?" Now, when he got injured, I bought it. I was like, Seth sold that perfectly, but I didn't think he sold it. I actually thought,
I generally thought he was injured. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, unlucky, mate. That's what I was thinking, like, because just doing like a moonsault off the ropes, there's something that on a move that clearly wasn't meant to hurt. It wasn't like a finisher or anything. It was just something he does all the time. So they did that, and then somebody inside let it leak, and then that obviously got me thinking. And it's like, he's got Money in the Bank. Yeah, this is a work. So when he came out at the end doing the limp and like hang on to it for a while, and then he stumbles away, taking a little bit too much time, and then he does the whole back stand up, pushes the crutches away, and I was like, it was a work. Oh, who leaked that? That would have been such a better moment if somebody hadn't leaked that. You almost got me. But
it was very unusual suspect, wasn't it? When
yeah, very
at the end he starts walking properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a part of the influence there.
The office kid. Yeah. I was thinking, like, when it happened, I was like, because if I was Seth, I would have went for the Cody belt personally. And I was just like, because I know the World Heavyweight Championship is the World Heavyweight Championship, but I don't think it will ever escape the fact that it's not the top dog championship.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? I think everyone knows that. It's like, it's basically, I don't want to say second place. It's not first. It doesn't say it. The WWE Championship is the number one belt. Whereas in the women's division, is kind of they kind of feel like they're on equal ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my perception. I think, yeah, WWE Championship Women's and World Heavyweight. Well, when Rhea had the World Heavyweight Championship, I was like, it feels the other way around. It feels that the World Heavyweight Championship is bigger than the Women's WWE Championship. But that's my perspective. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks that, but
is that because Rhea Ripley is such a star, though?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I thought this match was fantastic. Great selling, great stories. Really enjoyed it. If it wasn't for the leak, would have been a perfect cash-in as well. The heist of the century from when he did it back at WrestleMania. Was it 2015? WrestleMania 31? 31. Yeah, because this year was WrestleMania 41, wasn't it? No.
Yeah, I try not to read as much of that stuff online, like, because I feel like it kind of ruins it. And for me, I didn't see as much of that stuff. So
yeah,
for me, I was just like, yeah, this is great.
That's honestly, I was like, I wish. I was kind of like, is it? Like, that's it is. But I wish I had that.
So here's the fact from earlier that I messaged you.
Go ahead.
Seth Rollins has ruined Elimination Chamber for Punk.
Yeah.
What else did he do? I'm trying to think of the order of this. WrestleMania, triple threat.
Yeah.
Then Night of Champions. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just finding it now. Seth
And
Rollins
then
has stopped CM Punk's success a lot lately. Elimination Chamber Stomp, WrestleMania 41 Paul Heyman Twist, NOC Interference, Night of
Night of
Champions,
Champions.
SummerSlam Cash In. Yeah. So,
He's got to have Punk's got to have his payoff then, hasn't he? At some
yeah.
point.
Sure, why not? I know there are a lot of people who are kind of annoyed by it. I really don't want to see CM Punk feuding with Seth Rollins anymore, but I'm like, I'm okay with it. But
And do you think then, in turn, is Roman Reigns done with Seth Rollins as well?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think the good thing is that Seth Rollins is building up quite the line of people that he's annoyed. I think that's a good thing for the character and the whole thing, which I think on Raw they're now officially called the Vision. I think that's what he said. He's like, this is the Vision. And I was like, yeah, I think we all knew you all kind of always called the Visionaries or something.
Yeah.
It's called the Vision. That makes sense. So he's building up quite the line of people who are looking to have a crack at him. So I think that's really good for him as a character, as like a story. So yeah, let's just see where it goes. But yeah, it was cool. Night one, I thought overall, yeah, really, really good.
Until night two happened.
Until night two happened. Well, I say until night two happened, but night two happened. So yeah. So Sunday, first event was Rhea Ripley versus Naomi versus Io Sky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I wrote one word, banger. Yeah.
Great match, but not as good as the WrestleMania match with Bianca Belair.
No.
I thought that was like a 10 out of 10. And I don't think that's because of Naomi, because she did some good stuff in this match.
I don't know. I don't want to put the blame all on Naomi. I think that this one they definitely came with some pretty good ideas. One thing doesn't really have. I think the thing was really good is they got rid of Naomi like quite quickly, and then basically Rhea and Io kind of had their match together, and that was a really cool moment. So there was a lot of stuff going on here, and I really enjoyed it. I thought this match was great. One thing I weirdly wrote down is that towards the end of the match, Naomi does this kind of like running knee kind of thing, and she did like a really, you felt like a proper slap on it. And I was like, I don't know if it is, but I was like, she should make that her finisher. Because I think at the moment, her current finisher is the ass to face. Really? Like, I was thinking, like, it's really lame. Like, if she's a heel, she needs a heel kind of like finisher. And I thought something like the running knee, you get that right. Like Drew McIntyre's got the Claymore, which he's absolutely nailed now. He can do that in like any situation. But yeah, I thought this was great. I also thought it was really cool with Naomi coming out of her dad, who's actually apparently a renowned guitarist. I was just like, I didn't know that.
You knew?
No, didn't know that. And I thought that was really cool. I was like, yeah, this is wicked. Other than that, yeah, just thought it was a fun match. Lots of good moments, lots of great moves. Right result. I thought taking the belt off Naomi now would have been way too soon. She's just won it.
Yeah. And one of my favorite spots
go on.
Was the Rhea, and I can't remember how she did it, but Io Sky ended up on the ring post.
Yeah.
On the ring post. I don't know if that
was a really good spot.
Yeah, that was really cool. And probably not going to be listening to this, but our friend Ben enjoyed the match, didn't he?
Your friend Ben enjoyed it as well. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I saw the message. He was like, "Yeah, I think I'm getting back into this." You would not be surprised the amount of people who are getting back into wrestling just for Rhea Ripley. It's like I've heard people out here say that. But yeah, so I thought this was great. And that's what I was saying earlier on, thinking like, oh, that's why Jade did not win, because Naomi's got the belt. So obviously Naomi versus Jade with their storyline for the World Heavyweight Championship, that seems more likely. Possibly push that one out to Survivor Series. Yes, please. I think that might be quite good.
Yeah.
You got a lot of narrative going on there, so yeah.
So crown jewel Tiffy versus Naomi, then, if that stays.
If they do that,
but you would think they would give an opportunity to just Rhea Ripley.
yeah.
As it's in
Rhea
Perth,
Ripley's
right?
going to win the belt. It's crown jewel in Perth.
That's got to be the moment, surely.
Yeah, and I know she's from Adelaide. She's not from Perth, but I know Australia. How much do we actually
Don't
know?
they usually do the champion versus champion?
I thought they did that because the last time it was in Saudi Arabia, it was Night of Champions, and that's just the thing, isn't it? Every match is a championship match. Or I could be wrong on that. They might do champion versus champion. I really don't like champion versus champion matches because I'm just like, oh, that means one person is going to get both belts. You have to clean all this up.
No, they created the crown jewel belt, didn't they, last year?
Oh God, it's that horrible thing. Yeah, it's like the size. It's like the size of your torso. It's like this. I was like, that is horrible. But yes, I get it. Saudi Arabia has a lot of money. So I'm like, make a bigger belt. I was like, it looked when they were holding those belts, it just basically looked like they were holding the front of like a Range Rover. It was just like, this is ridiculous. So, I don't know. Anyway, now we move on to the Tender Loving Care match, which literally features every single tag team you can possibly think of, which was a match that I was very much looking forward to. 25 years of homage to the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys, who I was very happy to see in attendance. Would have been nice to see Edge and Christian, but we all know why they're not there. Go on then.
When you said 25 years, then I thought you were going to say 25 extra people in the match.
Yeah, might as well. This was like, honestly,
one of the roster came out in that match.
I think there was like an additional 4 people.
What's her name? Johnny Gargano's wife.
Yeah.
Is she all right?
Oh, yeah. By the way, I just want to clarify, that's not me being a 40-year-old chauvinistic guy by going, whoa, go Gargano's wife. I'm going, bump, mate. No, I'm just like off the ladder to the outside. I was like, ooh.
Her leg, mainly like she tried to time it, so that she fell a certain way, and did her leg get caught or something?
It looked like it. She's got an injury. There's no way you can do that stunt without taking some kind of injury. Maybe she got up and walked away, but she's going to be bumped and bruised, as they all will. Let's be honest. There are way too many people in this match.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if they just got them all together, Rich, and went, okay, so there's 30 of them or however many tagged.
Yeah.
So who wants to take a big bump?
I bet they all went like that because
who wants to stay on the ground?
Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like, and what I like about the TLC is that they are distinctive to the tag team division, because they have had TLC matches in the past where it's been singles ones, but let's be honest, it's better when it's tag team because there are more bodies going all over the place. It's a faster match, For me, I made some notes, but after a while, I couldn't even keep up with the TV. I was like, there's so much going on. One of my favorites was Rey Fenix stands on the shoulders of somebody else for the belt. Basically, the wrestlers, I don't know who it was. He was standing underneath the dangling belt, and Rey Fenix just ran and stood on his shoulders and almost grabbed him. And I was just like, that's a wicked moment. Montez Ford diverting the table into a swanton, so he was being thrown into the corner. He went whoa, and he swantoned over to the people outside, and I think that's where they started the 4 corners of madness. So they had 4 table spots at each corner of the outside ring. It started with Gargano's DDT through the table.
That was
at this point, I'm literally just sitting like a kid in a candy shop, just like this is I'm so glad there are mental cases who are willing to do this for my entertainment.
Yeah, there's many moments where it's just like, are they okay? That looked wrong.
Yeah. Then
But
that
also, you
was
said about
Oh man, that was completely followed by Dexter Loomis's leg drop, or should I say ass drop through the table. That happened immediately afterwards. Straight into
and
Ray feet
Joey
into frog
missed.
splash.
Do you see the moment where they went to do like a back body drop through the ladder, and he just
Yeah,
completely missed the ladder.
yeah, and then they kind
He
of
did it
sort of just
again.
went, getting
Get
back,
him back in.
and then they did it. And the crowd kind of went, "Way!"
Yay. You did it.
It's
But for
wrestling.
me,
These things go wrong. Oh, the Spanish fly to the outside. It, and that is where I just stopped making notes, and I was like, I'm just going to sit back and watch this absolute carnage.
for me, too much was happening. I couldn't keep track. Like,
I
I know
think,
that it felt like an AEW match to me,
yeah,
where they
it
just
was
wanted
like there are
to
too
do
many
it.
people in this match. You need to shave off a couple of tag teams, but considering there are what, 8 tag teams? Was it 8? It was a 6. I don't know,
And then
man.
everybody had a +1.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I was like, you actually did a really good job considering how many people. You had half a Royal Rumble in this match. And it was just like doing TLC. So, I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. It was like, I will look forward to going back to watch it. And plus, I was like, do you know what? If you do one of these TLC matches a year, that would be great because you want to keep
Yeah.
it special and keep it for the tag team division. It's special for that. Overall, as well, I think the right result. Keep the belt on the Wyatt Six.
I thought we were going over to Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah. One of those
But yeah,
members, one of the guys in that of Motor City Machine Guns, really reminds me of a young Dean Ambrose.
yeah. Chris
He really,
Sabin.
every time I look at him, I just think he just see Dean Ambrose. I was like, I know it's
Both look a bit like Dean Ambrose, but I think they're probably
they're all Dean
older.
Ambrose.
They're probably older than Dean Ambrose, to be fair, because they were in TNA for like 20 years or something.
Really?
Yeah, they were in it for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, this was great. I actually felt worried for the match that had to follow this, and I think because that's what I was thinking. I go, whoever follows that TLC match, I don't know, which I guess is a nice segue for Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Intercontinental Championship.
Now the Dubliners again.
There we go, the Dublin Bash,
Yeah,
which I wrote down long but good.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was great. Oh,
I
Lyra.
didn't expect the finish.
I mean, yeah, again, there were a few matches on this where I'm like, maybe they probably went on longer than they should, but it's the biggest Summerslam ever. They want to give the wrestlers as much as they can to tell their stories. So, and I felt they did it. It was kind of a strange finish, but also at this point, I'm like, what else have you done? Like Becky Lynch took a nasty bump when Lyra does her finisher, where she twists on and she does it off the steps right onto the mat outside. And I was like, that looked uncomfortable, to understate that one. But yeah, this was a good match. Another street fight.
The Intercontinental title, though, now, like for the women, it's prestige.
That's it.
Whoever's going to take it off Becky now, it needs to be someone decent.
I think Lyra's ready to go higher up the ladder. No pun intended. I think she's at this point. You've had a good feud with Becky. Becky's done her job. I know Becky's holding the Intercontinental Championship, but she really is elevating it. She's being an amazing heel. But at the same time, it's like by you losing to me on a third match in a street fight is going to bump you up the ladder. And sometimes that's how it works in wrestling because it's theatre. It's like wouldn't surprise me if Lyra had a title shot this year.
Yeah, but Lyra
I'd be
lost.
happy for her.
Lyra lost because of Bailey.
Yeah.
Didn't lose fair.
Yeah, you've got this kind of dynamic where it's like Lyra's on the rise, but Bailey's kind of in that sort of level, but is kind of gone stagnant. So obviously she may have a feud with Lyra. She might have a match or something like that. I don't know. Bayley strikes me as the wrestler who never really could escape the mid card. Some wrestlers, unfortunately, are just kind of there. Like, I don't know. Like she was WWE champion like 2 years ago or something like that. And when she was, people just forgot. And I felt really sorry for her because she wasn't booked right.
I think that's partly because they're not, like you say, they're not using her. Like,
No.
give her something.
Yeah.
She's good when she's in something. You know, that triple threat match they had was great.
Absolutely.
Evolution. You know, when she's in matches, give her the opportunity to wrestle. And she's going to do something good. But if you leave her, people are just going to be just like, oh, other, decent looking wrestlers are wrestling now.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I do feel sorry for Bayley at some point, but let's just see what happens. Maybe they'll book her in a storyline or something that's got a bit more interest to it. I don't know, but yeah, overall long, but it was a really good match. I was like, well done. Next match. Unfortunately, the most disappointing match of the whole weekend for me.
Yeah, it was shit.
Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship in a steel cage. I thought this was going to be something special. It was pretty much the opposite. I was like, that's a shame. I thought the decision was right to keep Solo as champion. I was like, narratively speaking, I was like, Jacob's ready to go for a push.
Yeah, definitely.
Solo kind of needs United States Championship. He's got his posse with him. He's got all the Tongas and everyone with him at the moment. He looks like he could be like, whoever takes the belt off him would be a great elevation for them. And I think that's the best thing that Solo Sikoa can do right now. But ultimately, nothing really happened in this match.
No.
It
was a shame. It maybe would have made better sense to put it on night one.
Or on Raw.
Or just not.
It was like, I don't really know why. Go on.
Or just not have it at all.
I mean, SummerSlam would have felt empty without those two. I was like, yeah, these two need to be on the show for sure. Because I like Solo Sikoa. I think he's playing a good character. I like his sort of bloodline, not bloodline, but it is the bloodline part 3 or whatever. But Jacob Fatu is obviously the star of this match. He's on the rise, man. But this match didn't really progress anything. It's like, okay, so more bloodline stuff that's going to happen. Sure, he did a moonsault off the cage after the match.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I was like, why is this a steel cage match? I didn't really get it. I thought, okay.
Try and keep people out that will come in anyway.
Yeah, if this was the match that kind of felt like a Raw main event, if I'm completely honest.
I completely agree. And I don't think you take it away. I might have given the event a 9 rather than one of the things that brought it down was that steel cage match.
Yeah, I think so.
Then something lifted it up with Dominic and AJ.
Do you know what? Yeah, we'll move straight on to that because I've got nothing else to say on that match. I mean, I like Solo and Fatu a lot. I think they're going to have a lot better feuds and matches in the future. This just wasn't one of them. I don't really have anything else to add to that. But Dom and AJ, this was really, really good, especially with all the prep work AJ Styles has been doing, like being like the valet and the doctor and the janitor and stuff like that, and then coming out as Eddie Guerrero with his kid and stuff like that. I thought all this was great. The fake chair moment. That was great, where when the referee is turned and Dom hits the ring with the chair and gives it to AJ and then falls on the floor, and then AJ has that moment of like, I'll put the chair around here and just fall back on the mat like that.
That was good.
Yeah, and I was like, I love it when wrestling gets this ridiculous. This is great.
Well, his boot came off in the end, and that's what was used.
But did it?
But did it?
But did it, Mark? It didn't naturally come off, though, did it?
Yeah, it just slipped off and just ended up.
Wrestling's real. Yeah.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with it now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was always the moment like AJ was like, the boot won't come off. His feet are quite big. I'm glad that Dom retained.
Yeah.
I think Dom is doing great work with the Intercontinental Championship at the moment. He's such a sleazy, conniving, just a very obnoxious
Yeah.
person, and he's doing it.
He's Eddie Guerrero when he was Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, yeah.
Throwback to that, and it's a throwback to that sort of era of like wrestling, matches like those like four people, and you don't really want to mention Benoit.
No, unfortunately, you can't because
it's those four like Jericho, Benoit, Guerrero, and also Angle was in there for a bit. It feels like that sort of time with Dominic as the champion.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was always looking forward to this match because I like watching Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles. Yeah, sure. I mean, next year John Cena will go into the Hall of Fame. I think that's set in stone. It's like he's retiring this year, Hall of Fame next year, no brainer. Year after that, or possibly the one after that, AJ Styles. I was like, AJ is that AJ Styles, especially, man. You put his best moments, his best ring work moments in a montage, it would be like the best 10 minutes of like aerobatic wrestling you will ever see. Let's be quite honest.
He needs to get a big win now.
I'm sure he will. I mean,
he's put so many people over like in the last couple of years.
I mean, it sounds a bit crazy, but John Cena versus AJ, maybe his final match, that might be pretty good. Because they are kind of basically both legacy wrestlers. They're like, AJ's not a young man, and they kind of have that kind of thing. I don't know how much difference age-wise they are apart, but going back over the years, while John Cena was rising WWE, AJ Styles was doing the same thing in TNA.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't surprise me if there's like maybe 3-4 years to separate them.
Yeah. It'd be kind of like the Michaels and Flair thing because Michaels was retired a few years later.
Yeah,
after he retired Flair.
That would be wicked. I think that would be definitely. I mean, Brock Lesnar could happen at Survivor Series. I personally don't think it's going to make it that far. But yeah, AJ Styles, John Cena, final match.
Actually, Rich, you missed it. It was on Raw.
It was on the Raw kickoff show.
Yeah. They just want to get it over with really quick, but you can watch that on the WWE Vault.
Not being disrespectful, we're not being rude, we just didn't have time. But yeah, and well, basically that wraps up SummerSlam 2025. We were talked about because the next match was obviously the main event, which we've already discussed.
Yeah,
and we've actually only got 6 minutes left on this, so that works out quite well.
Great. Yeah.
Any last things you want to talk about on this? I thoroughly enjoyed SummerSlam. By the end of it, I felt a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted. Like not because I have lack of sleep, but I was just like halfway through the John Cena match. I was kind of like, I've watched too much wrestling this weekend. But overall I was like, there really wasn't much more you could have done with that event to make it any better than it was. Sure, Solo and Fatu, and sure, Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, but overall I was like, it was a great event.
Brilliant. And I like the two-nighter. Still a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
reasons weren't into the Tiffany and Jade match.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about the Sami as well.
And I can't believe I'm going to say this. In actual good news, we don't have another pay-per-view in 2 weeks. We actually have a regular, normal break because it's Clash in Paris, which I believe is the 31st. It's actually on a Sunday as well, which has got Vince McMahon days back on the Sunday night pay-per-view.
So we can actually build our podcast up now.
Yeah, now we could talk about all the stuff that happens in between. But yeah, so
Which,
that's the
and
next one.
my last point would be not a lot happened on Raw other than people getting beat up
Not
by
really.
several other
Rematches,
one
retained.
one thing, last thing, LA Knight not being at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I think could have made it a 9 or a 10.
He's never going to get the push, is he?
But he was there. He's just there. Just
Yeah.
about to.
Yeah.
But leaving him
I
off,
know.
like when he's so like big with the crowd, was, I think it's a bad move unless something's happened. But he was on Raw, so
Yeah, he was on Raw. People like him. I hope he does have a belt round. The thing is, as well, is I feel bad for LA Knight because once he does have the World Heavyweight Championship belt, because I think he will, he won't have it for long. I think they'll sort of give him the Big E treatment and go, all right, we'll make you champion. You can be champion, but like on the third pay-per-view, you got to give it up.
unless this is a point now for him to be getting annoyed and he turns heel in a bit of a nobody's like giving me an opportunity sort of a way.
Could work. It could work. I feel like LA
He's
Knight
cocky,
is.
he's cocky enough.
Yeah.
It's an easy blend,
Yeah.
like in the Drew McIntyre way.
See, there's another one. There's Drew as well. I want Drew to win a championship, actually keep the belt for a bit in front of a crowd.
Maybe he's the one to take it off Cody.
Could be. I would be happy with that. Personally, I think Drew would be a good person to hold the reins for a bit. Look at the guy. Or I don't know. It depends how long they keep it for. I've got a feeling they're going to keep the belt on Seth for quite a long time, and I imagine they do the same for Cody as well. At the moment, I'm not. Do you know what? Because there's been so much wrestling happen over the summer, like spring and summer, I'm not actually really trying to think about what happens next. I'm just going to go, do you know what? I enjoyed that event. Those guys have got the belts.
Money in the Bank is done, you know.
Yeah, both Money in the Banks are done. So it's just like, all right, let's just see what happens. I'm excited for it, but I also like the fact that we've got a good 3.5 to 4 weeks for the next pay-per-view. Because they have the pay-per-view every 2 weeks is like, this is too much, man. Anyway, I guess that's that. So I think that's a perfect note to sort of wrap things up on it. This has been SummerSlam 2025. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time for whenever we decide to do this again. Mwah!